The city never sleeps. And because of that, it never truly gets dark. The glare blinds us from the bigger picture. I've come out here to escape and find true darkness, and the millions of lights hidden within it. For the next 24 hours, we are going completely off the grid. We're hunting for a glimpse into the universe, looking for stars only a few hours from some of China's largest cities. And on the way, we try the local food, enjoy the mountain air, and see what happens when you take a train to a brand new station. Good morning, everybody. Today we are on the brand new Hangzhou to Quzhou railway line. Travelling by train is definitely my favourite way to get around China. You've got these really comfortable seats, but you can walk around and watch the countryside whizzing by at 300 kilometers an hour. But getting out to these mountains in western Zhejiang used to be rather difficult, a bit of a logistical puzzle. But with this new train line, not anymore. Wow, and already you can feel the difference. Air is fantastic, and I think it's great that China not only has one of the best high-speed rail networks in the world, they're constantly innovating. Look at all these new stations and new lines. This is the brand new Kaihua station, making it super easy to get from cities like Shanghai and Hangzhou out to the countryside. So I'm very excited. Let's get exploring. We're just driving through the mountains and we stopped at the side of the road. There's this little river running through and the water is incredibly clear. And actually this place is very famous for its clear water fish. So we're on our way right now to go and learn a little bit more about it. And we've just stopped in a little village here. Streams running through, there's ducks quacking, there's little dogs running about. And here we've got lots of these stone ponds. And since ancient times, villagers have kept fish in here. But it's not a stagnant pool. The river water is diverted in here, so it's always flowing in and out. And these fish can't survive if the water is even a little bit polluted, so they're almost like an alarm system for the environment. And as you can see by the size of them, the water is very healthy here. Gigantic. Some of them are massive. And in this pond, we have a very special fish. This fish, over 1 meter long, has been here since 1995. And he's become a part of the family. And his name is Kingfish. We wandered through the quaint village, marvelling at the fish and overall peacefulness, working up quite the appetite. And of course, there was only one thing that I wanted to try. After seeing them swimming around, it's time to taste them. This is the famous Kaihua clear water fish. And we actually have it cooked in 4 different ways. We have got fried, steamed, fish soup, and the fish skin as well. Wow. The texture is so firm because they're not just like sitting still, they're swimming against the current all day. Very like clean taste. Wow, they're all like so different. It's all different parts of the fish as well. And Quzhou is very well known for its spice, but it's not like a numbing spice like Sichuan. It's more of like a direct, fresh chili, and it really wakes you up. When you cook the fish meat, the soup goes like a very cloudy white. Lots of flavour, right? With my belly full of fish, we headed onwards. And here we have arrived at Qianjiangyuan, which literally means the source of the Qiantang River. So everything downstream from here, Hangzhou, the bay, and millions of people all depend on this water. The water is so clear, and no matter how deep it is, you can literally see right down to the bottom. This place is known as the green lung of eastern China. And with this lovely environment, with really good air and the high mountains, it creates this fantastic ecosystem. So many different types of trees and plants here, and lots of animals as well. But you'd have to be here a long time to see them. They're so hidden deep in the mountains. Fantastic air. Whee! A little bit slippy, be careful. Time is moving very quickly, but I know a very good spot that we can watch stars tonight. It's like on top of a mountain. So we're going to head there now, and it's been lovely blue, clear skies all day, so hopefully the stars will get out. And we have just arrived in Gaotian Pit Village. This is one of the highest and best preserved ancient villages all around. Walking through here, you wouldn't imagine that high-speed train just opened up less than an hour away. It feels more like 1926 instead of 2026. This village is perfect for watching stars because we're up really high and there's mountains the whole way around, and it acts like a shield blocking out all of the light pollution from the cities nearby. And they also have a lot of these man-made fish ponds that we saw earlier. Whoa, lots of big fish in here. Very peaceful. As the sun set, we slowly made our way through the maze of mud-coated houses. Ni hao. And local people still live here. It's so nice. To the far side of the village, where we would be spending the night. We settled into our lovely room, had some more fish for dinner, and as the darkness fell, I headed out to a viewpoint overlooking the village. Good evening. It is 10 p.m. Hopefully there's stars out. There's a lot of stars out, but there's like a thin cloud over them, but it's moving very quickly. So it's kind of a case of just waiting and just waiting for the clouds to all clear. Apparently tonight at about 1 they're going to be clear. So I don't know if you know, but I actually studied physics at university for 4 years, and for like whole semester we were doing stars like 3 times a week, so we learned all about these different things. There's a few interesting things. We've got Jupiter very bright up in the sky. There's a very easily recognisable constellation you can see. It's known as Orion's Belt. Imagine you can see like a guy standing and you can see his belt 3 stars in a line, and then he has 2 shoulders and 2 feet. And it's like, imagine he's pulling a bow back to shoot a bow and arrow. That's Orion's Belt. And also, if you look really closely, up on his right shoulder, it'll look like a red. The star will be very red, and that's called Betelgeuse. It looks red because it's actually much cooler than the sun, which looks yellow, and it's much bigger as well. It's like near the end of its life. I set up a time lapse and headed to bed, but I was back at 12 to check the camera, change the battery, and then it was back to bed again for another quick nap. Hello. I fell asleep and I couldn't get up. It's 2 a.m. But it looks like the stars are out. Let's go check the camera. Wow. So many stars out right now. Incredible. Literally everywhere you look, sparkling. And remember, that light from some of those stars has been traveling through the universe to this point, my eyes, so that we can see it, to the camera for probably tens of hundreds of, probably even millions of years. Just to put it into perspective how dark this place is, there's a scale. It's called the Bortle scale of 1 to 9. 1 is like perfect, no light pollution, the best place in the world to see stars. 9 is, for example, Shanghai, your big mega cities. You're not really going to see stars. Here, Gaotian Pit Village is a 2, so almost perfect for watching stars. Spending hours in the quiet darkness, I was excited, and about 4 a.m. I called it quits and headed back to my room for a few hours sleep. Good morning, everybody. We are out, and the hotel owner, he said he knows where some silver pheasants may be. So yeah, another early morning little adventure. I think sometimes people don't know just how close beautiful nature is. It's not as far as you think. Unfortunately, we didn't see the bird. We didn't have enough time. But this whole walk goes the whole way down the mountain, a couple of kilometers. How beautiful. I never knew that here in Gaotian Pit you could do this as well. Definitely have to come back again. Had an absolutely fantastic time here in Kaihua. And I feel like that train that brought us here, it didn't bring me to a destination, it brought me back to myself a little. So if you're feeling overwhelmed in the city, I think this is a really good way to get past that. Come out, spend a night looking at the stars. Try some delicious, lovely clean fish. Have a walk in the morning. It'll definitely clear your head. I think that this is much more similar to the natural habitat of humans. And it's important that every once in a while you come back and ground yourself. So if you're feeling stressed from city life, maybe you don't need a vacation. Maybe you just need a breath of fresh air. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.